Camera, come on. There we go. All right, so we are talking about emphasis. Right? It is something artists can use in the principles of design to bring attention to the most important thing in their art. There are 6 different ways to create interest or emphasis in a piece of art. So let's quickly sketch out what those 6 ways are, if my camera will cooperate. All right, first way is contrast. All right, contrast means that there's the very big opposite difference between the two. Like, let's say a black square versus a white square. The black square definitely gets your attention, not so much the white square, because the rest of the paper is white. So contrast, making it stand out by being the opposite. Next is color. Color, it could be a bright red square, it could be a bright color thing and a bunch of dull, but color camera, you and me are gonna fight. Color makes something stand out, so that can give emphasis. We can also give emphasis with detail. So you had 3 circles, and they all look the same right now, but the one that will stand out is the one that has detail. Shape, simply changing the shape. I've got circles, I've got circles, I've got a square. Okay, so shape is another way of doing it. Then we have size. Which square obviously gets the most attention? The biggest one. So the biggest one gets the most attention. So size can make a difference. The last one is isolation, which, granted, like our situation being isolated at home. Isolation. All right, isolation. You got a red square. I'm going to use color with this one as well. A little red square. Away from all the other squares. So isolation is the 6th way of creating emphasis. So we are going to be looking at these in a way. We're going to use isolation, size, and color, and detail. And well, we're going to actually use all 6 of these, now that I think about it, to create our emphasis gumball machine. Alright, so now that you've seen this part, I'm going to flip to a new page. And since I'm using permanent marker and it bleeds through, I got a bleeder page that I'm going to put underneath. Alright, I'm sure you've all seen the old school gumball machines at, let's say, Cracker Barrel, or someplace like a candy store, or maybe even outside a drugstore. It's the one that has the big glass globe out front, and you put a quarter in to get a gumball out. It used to be a nickel. So the first thing we need to do, if you want to use something to trace a big circle, you can, is to draw a big circle for our glass globe. It needs a cap. The cap keeps the glass globe in place. And of course, a base holds the glass globe where it should be. And then the metal base. 2 chunky legs. They don't need to wibble wobble too much. If it falls over, that glass globe is going to break, and gumballs are going to go everywhere. which to some of y'all might not be a bad thing. Might not sound like a bad thing, but to the owner of the shop it is. Alright, so give 4 little legs, 2 in front, 2 in back. And give it a smile. Some dimples. And that's where you're going to put your quarter. So you can put 25 cents on that. Alright, so now we have a quarter slot. Punch in, and of course you need a place for the gumball to roll out. A little rectangle down here. And a little place for it to roll out from. Alright, so that's a very typical gumball machine. No real part of it grabs your attention other than maybe the big glass globe. But we're going to add something into the big glass globe that will really capture anyone's attention. So somewhere in this big glass globe, not filling up the whole thing, just filling up a big part of it, I want you to put on the edge a giant jawbreaker. Right? It's obviously big, it's obviously taking up a lot of the space in there, it's on the edge, and then all around it I want you to put smaller gumballs. Alright, so catch me in the next video, because I'm sure y'all don't want to watch me draw circles like this all day long, and y'all have your own circles to draw too, so catch me in the next video.